Okay. Let's go over a few things. Okay. All right. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's go over hygiene. Hygiene is very, very important on many, many different levels. This goes all the way from a baby all the way to geriatric. I can't think of the word we use, the big word, but yeah, from a baby's ass to an old's ass. Rules all apply. Um, because I'm starting to think that some of these new age parents didn't teach y'all how to properly wash your ass. And nobody ever told you the proper way to do it. And sometimes it's not your fault that you don't know how to properly do it. And it's not to be funny. Seriously, I'm dead serious. You can tell I'm dead serious. Um, but sometimes like you just don't know, you know. But hygiene is very, very important. I don't want to go over it specifically um each sex. I'm just gonna speak in general, okay, for everyone, you know. If you're able bodied and you have the activity of your limbs, thank you, God. Mhm. So let me tell you why, because sometimes people forget. Okay, okay. So let me tell you why it's important to brush your teeth. Okay, some people don't, because I don't know. Sometimes you so focused on the video game, or you're so focused on whatever else, or you whatever, and you're missing key points, and it's okay. Um, it's not only good for your health. Okay, it is really, really good for your health. Okay, it's really, really good for your health. Also, it's good for the smell from when people talk to you. If you see that sometimes people don't like to engage, or when you go to talking, a lot of people kind of like walk away, or you could be telling a story and people face kind of like, but you sometimes and you think it's a story, but sometimes it's not the story. And you have to do that daily, especially if you smoke cigarettes, okay? And also, when you get later on in life, closer to 40, your teeth are still white. And you still have them, so that's one part of that. So you do want to make sure you have mouth health. Flossing, I know I'm not a big flosser. I have to get into it. I'm not a big flosser, but flossing is always important as well too. I try to floss at least once a month. I try to get into floss, but I brush my teeth every day. But I try to floss. But flossing is really good because you have like food and stuff like that in between your teeth, so you want to get in between there. You want to clean between those teeth, okay? So brushing your teeth every day is good, okay? Because say for instance you in a relationship with somebody and you grown, sometimes you get a relationship and you get comfortable, and your mate don't want to tell you the truth no more because they love you so much. But see, my mama, she was a mean son of a bitch, and but she was bluntly honest, and I love her to death for it, because see, like she tell me sometimes love hurts, and sometimes love is truth, okay? And sometimes your breath be funky, okay? And if your breath is funky, it's good for you, like, once you get to make sure that your teeth are brushed, because this might cause your mate or your significant other, whoever you with, to not want to always kiss you. So sometimes, if you get in the beginning of a relationship, you always in the beginning you always make sure your teeth brush, because you make sure you might end up kissing, and you always got that spray. We used to have that spray. We used to have that spray. Go get the spray again. Get some Tic Tacs. Okay, it's the holidays. You're gonna be around certain people, and you don't want everybody going back and saying, because sometimes the topic be in the cousin groups is how bad your breath stink. But if your breath smell like that all the time, it could be something wrong on the inside part, and you need to go and get that looked at. So before the holidays, call one of your ghetto cousins. Don't call me, because I'm gonna tell you the truth. But call somebody that's honest with you, that love you for real, and say, "Hey, do my breath stink?" Because but if because but if you brush teeth, you don't, if you got a doubt, that's the problem. If you don't have a doubt, and it's not, you don't, you know, so that could be that. So get that looked in, so yeah. And then it's cold outside. See, what we want to do is, as black people, I can't find it. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Okay. hold on. Ooh, okay, hold on. So it's cold outside, right? And since it's cold outside, you want to have something to help fight this inclement weather. You want to help some you out. You want to help some with you being outdoors. And one thing, if you're gonna be out there look for people to look at you, and you have full lips, not Botox lips. I don't know about Botox lips. I don't know about people. I don't know about fillers. I don't know about that because I don't know how they'll act throughout the year. The lips can be different in each season. I don't know that. I'm talking for people that got regular lips like me and you. So you got to make sure you keep you a little Vaseline or a little um what they call it, Carmex. You want to keep you some Carmex around because you keep some Carmex around. So you want to do that. So then you want to make sure after you get done brushing your teeth and you get some to rinse out your mouth. Okay, you're gonna rinse out your mouth all the time too. Now it's okay. Sometimes you can be broke and you got all you can rinse about as long as you brush and you jiggle that water and that goggle it out and you spit it at least like brush your teeth. Okay, good, brush your teeth. But make sure your breath smell good. Okay. Um, Now sometimes you can get you a whole bag. Now don't ask me why I got this. I got many bags like this, and I always got something ready because you never know when God is. The Bible says, "Be ye also ready." So I'm always ready. So don't ask me about this bag. But anyway, you can have your little bag to the side, and you also gonna have like your little mouthwash in there. Now this is good as well too. Now sometimes before you go ride down Bissonnette, you go ride down Lamar. If you in Memphis or you in Houston, you know what street that is. hmm Even some of those young ladies want to smell fresh breath. And ladies, you want to also have that in your bag as well. No matter what you're doing with your mouth. This right here is good. Something good and it kills bacteria. I don't know if the young baby told you, but this kills bacteria. Okay. You want to have that in your bag. You want to have it in your bag. And then you also want to have you on the side while you out there, baby. It's just every day. It's when you go somewhere. Now, if you got a copper, it's one of these back CD car. Have you a little toothbrush. Because again, let's go back to what we talked about earlier. Brushing your teeth. Okay. So it's gonna be a good thing. So it's always good for you. That's what I'm saying. I ain't trying to make fun. I just want to keep you safe. That's all. Have you some wipes. Now I ain't gonna say this ain't for the ladies because ladies are usually I don't know. I'm not gonna say because I always say it wrong. I've learned they wipe totally different than men do. I mean, of course they do. Because of course gay men wipe. I don't know about straight men, but I know we all wipe our ass. But women wipe differently. I think they wipe front. I don't know front to back. I don't know. I don't know. They ain't my business. Shut up. I'm gay. Anyway, but men, you want to also make sure you got wipes with you or whatever, or but ladies over here too, because you always want to make sure that you wipe your ass. Now, we finna go to the next section too. Let me find me a cigarette if I go to the next section. So get your pen and paper. You want to take notes of that section right there we just went over. Okay. You want to brush your teeth. Have you a toothbrush? You know, you make sure you want to keep your teeth in your mouth. Okay. Everybody can't we poor people. Most of us can't afford veneers. I can't afford no veneers. I gotta keep what I got. I already lost some. Ain't your business how. Okay. So let's go. We got that did. Now we got that. Now, okay, we went over there. Now in between, now in this intersection, in this middle of this was waiting bar. Okay, you want to make sure. Let me see. Cuz. Let me tell you something else. You want to make sure I always keep you to smell good too. We gonna say that for last. We want to go through the whole thing. We're gonna start. We start with the mouth. We want to go to this hygiene. Now, for all the young men, um, Um, ladies, I'm not gonna say nothing because it's not my place to say nothing to y'all, baby. Even though I'm gay, but hold on, let me do that. See, I lost step because just it's step by step. Back to we're gonna rewind. We'll rewind. Let Uncle rewind. Now, back to the mouth. Cause my ex, God rest his soul, he's telling me all the time, make sure you wash your lips. Now we're gonna get to that. But make sure you always wash your lips. However, like I said, you brush teeth, you want to make sure you have something to put on your lips. Cause see, you wanna, mm, you wanna be kissable, kissable, kiss, kiss me. You wanna be kissable. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Cause the time you walk around and your lips are dried in the concrete on Lamar and Night Arnold. So you don't want to be that dry, especially in June or especially February either. Okay. But anyway, yeah, keep your lips, or you don't want to keep your lips oiled up. Is what you want to do that too, especially in the winter time. Cause sometimes I'm not sure how y'all mamas raised you. You know, back in the day, you know how you could tell when people had they mama, they had a real mama. Cause baby they was greased up from top to bottom. I mean, just agree. I used to go to buy. I mean, you could fry chicken off the grease that was off my damn head. My mom, you could fry chicken and probably get you a little glaze, put a little butter on your biscuit too. All the grease that was on my face. But that's a, your skin's gonna soak it in, especially in the wintertime. You want to do that so it can soak in. Cause sometimes you be out there and I see y'all young folks, y'all be out there, your pants sagging and you think you're clean, but then your lips real cracked up, real dry lips, real mouth real dry, lips real dry. It is not a good look because sometimes they go to you go to sometimes y'all lips be thick. Y'all be some handsome. Y'all be some handsome. Even girls too. Sometimes most girls, but especially with the young men, it ain't gay to put some Carmex and because you keep it keep your lip gonna split. That's how dry it is. You want to do this. So keep you some Carmex around if you. That's what you do. That ain't gay. Okay. They make everything gay these days, but we gonna unclassify some things as gay because it's not. That's just it should be in the bylaws of just keeping your ass clean book. The book about keeping your ass clean. It should be in that book. It ain't gay to keep your ass clean. Now let's move on. We got the mouth now. Now what we were doing? What we was doing? Oh, okay. Yeah, we was doing. Okay, we going on. Now we can go to the shower and then we're gonna be done. Cause I gotta restart this live anyway. It's late. I got to restart the live. Hold on, I got stuff to do. Hold on. Let me make sure I'm missing something. Okay. Now we finna go to the best part. No, not the best part. Really, it's just the part that concerns me the most sometimes. 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 Ooh, girl, I hate this. Girl, I hate it. Okay. Hold on. Okay. Anyway. Um. Okay. Next step. Next step. Next step. Next step. Next step. Next step. So now let's go. I'm gonna chop this up, y'all. Let's go over. Okay, nephews and nieces and cousins. Let's go over um showers. Okay, we could do baths another day. Baths are very different because everybody do. Because most of us don't take baths. Like I have a bath. I do have a bathtub. I take a bath like really just in a bath, like maybe like once every 2 weeks, every 3 weeks, maybe. But I'm more of a shower person because I'm, always running. But you don't. The goal is make sure you can get your ass clean. So let's go over showers. Okay. So sometimes people don't. They didn't tell y'all exactly how to, take showers. Sometimes they didn't tell you. It's okay. But I'm here. I'm gonna tell you today. Shit, y'all. I hate this. I'm telling you. You know what I did? Again, the story about the lighter. If I get one more Indeed thing, I'm gonna scream. I gotta go do what you calls Indeed thing anyway. And another one. Okay, so mm, now let's go over our shower routine. So I'm not gonna cover, you know, I'm not gonna cover too much about the women because from what I've been told, from what I understand, that is not my place, and I'm not gonna do that because I don't want to get cussed out. My best friend and my little sister, my homegirls, they keep me in line. I'm a gay man, but I understand that I can still have misogyny or a bias or something like that. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, so I'm not gonna get too deep. We're gonna speak in general, but I do want to speak specifically to some of the young men out there. And this is not being gay. So I'm not sure because now before I start this, a lot of people have turned a lot of the young folks and turned hygiene into homosexuality. hmm Yep, they did. And I come to tell you that mm, that is not true. And neither of them have nothing to do with each one another. Nothing at all. They're two separate things. Um, and I hate that for y'all because sometimes y'all walk around sagging in your drawers, stank. And I just want to come give you some tips on what to do. Because sometimes people call the conversation like that gay, and it's not a gay conversation. I don't be getting it. I don't get it. I don't get it. People, man, these young folk make everything gay. I mean, girl, if you keep your hands clean, that's gay. Your feet clean, that's gay. Your pants pulled up, that's gay. You know. Oh, you cool with your ex or family, that's gay. Everything is gay these days. I'm not sure who making these newer rules, but don't listen to that shit. Okay, if you meet a person like that on either side, say fuck them. Something wrong with them. You can't fix that. Okay, you can't fix you know something that's broken on the inside. They ain't gonna do with you. Okay, anyway, let's go on to hygiene because it's important for me. Okay. hmm Uncle want to tell you, some of y'all stink. You walk around sagging and y'all wearing all these sweaters and clothes and all that, and it's not no shade to you. I know you love your sweater. I know you love your hoodie, but you have to bathe and you have to wash the damn hoodie. All right, you got to wash the damn hoodie. You got to wash it, nephew, niece. You got to wash the hoodie. You know, you make sure your mama or if you getting grown, you start to get grown, you gotta be able to wash your clothes. Women love good smelling shit. Go get you some good Gain or some Tide and wash that hoodie your ass been in for 3 days. Okay. Now let's get to the shower thing. Now we ain't gonna go over bath because that's a whole other thing. I don't want to go through. There's too much going on. Too much. It's like a me day. But for short reference, um yes, the common rule, young folks, young men, young women, generally for us, we must shower every day. Now, sometimes people get away with it because sometimes people work from home. They shower every other day, however they do it, but they're really clean people. So, summertime they bathe. It's a thing of that. And if you don't have that routine of doing that, that's a problem because you need to bathe your ass, you know, and wipe your ass. Okay. Now before you get in the shower, if you do have to use the restroom to relieve yourself, young men, it is not gay to wipe in between your ass. Okay. I'm not sure if Waukesha baby told you that shit. Okay. I'm not sure who told y'all. You know what I'm saying? Now some of your friends they keep their ass clean. But that's a different story. I ain't gonna tell you about that. I'm gonna tell you about that another day. Now some of them keep theirs clean, but for different reasons. But you not want to wipe yours is a problem. You have to do that, nephew, because see, what you do is you smoke all them cigarettes, smoking all that weed, you smoke all them blacks, and your nose stopped up, and you ain't showering right, so you don't smell stuff. It is just truth because taste your taste and your smell all connects right here with your mouth and your nose and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So back to number one, why it makes sense. You gotta brush your teeth, keep your mouth clean, and then you got the shower because you want to make sure you all up like you got smoke you can go wipe stuff and you got smoke on it, same thing for your nose and all of that, right? So you can't smell the same. So sometimes you don't even smell your own ass stinking. And you think you clean and everybody and you stink. Because if you put cologne, like my mama used to tell me, if you put cologne on top of funk, it's just extra funk. You can't put cologne on top of funk. It don't smell right. It smell sweet and unsavory. I don't know, smell like pickles, potato chips, and Dolce and Gabbana. It is not a good combination. So you make sure you don't do that. So you make sure so in those instances, it's not and when you go in to go to wipe your ass. Sometimes you go get you some flushable wipes. Now I say this, you wanna make sure your ass really clean, because especially when y'all like to sag. If you a sagger, listen, this ain't no homo, nothing like this. Some of y'all young folks you like to sag. You like your ass out. That's y'all business. Okay. I ain't never been to that part. I don't give a damn. I don't like to say it. I know some of y'all do. But especially when I like to say it, regular toilet paper is always, good. But if you at the house, get some flushable wipes. Because when you're sagging, and you sagging, okay, it's a style that y'all have. If nothing else, we gotta make sure your ass clean. If you get in the wreck, you get shot, anything happens to you, get to the hospital, the first thing the nurse is gonna go back then, the CNA's they're gonna run to the break room and say how cute you was, but then on the other side they're gonna be saying his drawers was dirty as hell. You know what I'm saying? And that's why this is always important. So don't let that be classified to you as being gay because you gotta wipe. It's a hygiene thing. If all it's to the point where, okay, let me take it. You know how some of y'all watch P Hub, okay, or whatever, X, and then video, whatever. So if you I'm gonna say something because some of y'all are connoisseurs of that, right? I'm not gonna say what business I work in, but I'm gonna tell you something that I could tell you this. You could tell when a person doesn't regularly do it because they skin would in the back, it'll have a skin, but it'll have a dark color in, but like a dark, and I say they don't. Mm-mm, 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 mm-mm. You don't want that. Listen, you got light skin girl. She got mm. If you got light skin boy, and you see that mm. 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 Why your cheeks this color, but then you got a mm. It's like a street, like a line in the street. Mm. Mm. That's a sign. Kicked up dirt. You know what I'm saying? So you want to do that. So you don't want that look in the image either. So do that. Okay, wipe between your ass. And get all of it. Okay. I hate to be very transparent, but just being real with you. Listen, don't get your ass up off that damn toilet until ain't nothing there to wipe no more. Okay, give them half of just what gay say it is. Goddamn it. If you feel like they gotta be gay for you, you gay for yourself for a day or every day, whatever. It's your being, but guess what? Your ass clean. Okay. Now, last thing but not least, before I get off of here, we want to make sure y'all go on and get a shower. So we can go over this real fast about going how you gonna take a shower. So, all right, listen, I can't go over the girls too much because again, that ain't my business. I'm gonna stay in my lane. I'm saying for the young folk, especially for the young men. Okay, like I said, you know, you want to make sure you take a shower. Like I said, now when you get in there, make sure the water hot. And I want you to get your ass in there. Okay, I know you stubborn, but this is gonna take up about 10 minutes of your day. If it's fast, 10 minutes a day. Sometime if you be out there running with your friends, do two. This is 10 minutes. This is 10 minutes, nephew. 10 minutes. Okay, 12 at the most. Okay, that is not gonna kill your day, and it makes you feel so much better, and it gets all the smut, all the cigarettes and weed stuff are kicked up, all that comes out is coming out your pores in that. So make sure you get the water good and hot, not too hot where it's called you, but good enough for you getting and wash your ass down. When you get in there, and that some people might be laughing. It's not funny because let me tell you something. The reason why I say this is because I work with kids for a long time. Mm-hmm. Excuse me. Oh shit. Excuse me, my glasses. Damn. If y'all haven't heard this live, If y'all miss this and y'all get a chopped up version, okay, if you're getting a chopped up version to understand the story about the lighter. Anyway, I work with um children that had, like CPS and disgruntled youth or behavior youth or homeless youth. I work with a range of youth for long periods of time. And a lot of times they go through just so much of a struggle in life that people would just never imagine. Sometimes kids go through more stress if you don't know. Sometimes kids go through more stress than an adult will. Seriously. So you got to be careful, of how you treat the little ones because they really can stress more than you if you don't know that. So, you know, sometimes in situations and they and they'll come say, Tank, da 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 da, and this kid, and this, they say, oh, and they make fun of their hygiene. And the thing is, they probably just know how properly to do the hygiene. So I've had to be in situations many times where like went over the process of like doing the hygiene, and so let me pass this down to you too, because it's not to make fun of it. I'm gonna take jabs, but hey, what the fuck else do I do? Okay. When you get in there, get you some good soap. I recommend you ain't got to be, if you make your little money, have you get your little money, this gonna be sufficient. And these are all indicators when you meet a woman or you'll meet your significant other. These are all signs that you are able to take care of yourself. Because these are sometimes people, other, people that really raise their children. They look at these things, and then sometimes you trying to figure out why a motherfucker won't even deal with you, all because they just know, like, damn, he ain't brushed his teeth in 3 days. Well, I'm gonna date him. They can tell, you know. You got cake butter on you. You ain't pay no mind. You think you fine. No, 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 no. You're not, or you have a stench and you don't know because, you got dreads and, your hair is, it's holding a smell because, these are all things you don't want to try to make sure you did. Okay. We'll go over hair another day because hair's, but, when you get in the shower, I always say this. Now, when you get in the shower, I'm going to give you an example. Okay. So, okay, example. Me, I took a shower, baby, like 2 hours ago, something like that. So I threw this towel out because I got it's for my dirty things. Now, this is a white rag. Okay. Now it's not gonna be black unless I actually go wipe it up, ashes and dust and shit like that around me because I want to throw dirty clothes. However, this right here, when you get in the shower, this in the beginning, this is a towel. Okay, this is a face towel. In the beginning, this is a towel in the beginning. Now this becomes two things. This becomes two things. This becomes two things while you in the shower. It's a towel, then it's a rag. Okay, you hear me? It's a towel, then it's a rag. Okay, do you know why? Okay, so before we start, everything head to waist, it's a towel. Okay, because how we finna go over this whole thing with the shower, we want to go head to toe. You want to go toe to head, or you don't want to start middle and or middle to you know to toe back to head. No, no, no. We always anytime take the shower, we want to go head to toe. Okay, and this is why you're gonna top section towel, bottom section rag. Okay, so when you start, make sure you get you some good soap. Like I said, you can go get you some good, get you some good Axe soap. Now, I would recommend get you some good Irish Spring. Now, I mix mine. Get you some good Irish Spring soap. Okay, get some good Irish Spring soap, and then you like that liquid body wash. I like it too. Get you some Axe or whatever you like, or some cheap. The goal is to make sure that your ass is clean. Okay, that's what Uncle want to make sure. But in that process, you can have all different types of whatever, like whatever, but get you a good bar soap too. They get bar soap, so when that water how you want to you know Rub the towel, get to make sure everything hot. You want to make sure you wash your face. When you wash your face, you want to make sure you wash under your eyes as well. Then you gotta don't put the water on your eye, man. Don't do that. You're gonna be in there, you're gonna lose focus. You're gonna get out fast. I need you to only 10 minutes, okay? You wanna wash your forehead, you wash your face, wash your right here. You wanna wash right there, wash your nose, wanna wash your cheeks, you wanna screw, wash your neck. You gotta wash your neck. You see how I'm chocolate, okay? Now I'm chocolate, but I'm chocolate all like one color chocolate, a little faded, but I'm dark. Now sometimes you see light skinned people and they necks are way darker, or whatever. So you want to make sure that you know like sun thing, but you want to make sure that pretty much it all kind of matches. Okay, so washing your neck is important, but you're gonna wash your face real good. If you got hair, if you got dreads, we go over the other day. But if your hair is freshly did, put it up in the bun, tie it up. Make sure it don't get too wet because this it's money getting paid. But if you got a bald head like me, you gonna just go in there. If you got like like a low haircut, you want to go in there. All that, stop putting all that paint shit in your head. See what that paint stuff gonna do? You gonna end up finding out 10 years down the road they had a defect, and you ain't gonna have no hair, and you gonna have no hair on your balls neither. So you gotta be careful with that paint. Don't put that paint shit in your head. Wash your head. Shampoo, start your head. Wash. And when you washing, as you going washing your whole head, like I said, your face part. While you wash it, clean out your ears. You don't want to, go on that ring. You want to go all up in that ring on your ears. Get that ring to your ears. Wrap around on the outside ring. Make sure all the earwax. Go back and rinse the towel off because now you got dirt. You want to rinse the towel off. Go back and get that soap. That you can start. Now you can start putting in like the liquid stuff in there. But it's together. You can go back in. You can go wash. Now you want to make sure you wash again twice, at least twice. Okay, we're gonna do twice. Ain't gonna take it too fast. Do twice. And you want to wash behind your ears. Okay. Reason by this, my mama used to trick me, and it made sense when I got to be an adult. She said, people hug, you ain't taking no good shower, and I'd be like, why? She be like, because I just hug you, I can smell your ear, behind your ear still stink. And I'd be like, what the fuck, mom? Why my behind my ear stink? Cause behind your ear stink. You ain't taking no good bath. You ain't taking a good bath. I'm like, damn. And, now I'm grown. I get it. Because if you ever like, let me tell you something. If you ever take your finger and wipe behind your ear like that and then smell it, okay? Listen, my mom, okay, hygiene is my mama, her number one thing. She gonna teach you. That's how you know. So that's why when you're in the shower, you're gonna wash behind your ears. Okay, wash behind your ears. Take them earrings off and wash your earlobes and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? You gotta try how you drew on. You're not going to the shower for a competition. You going to the shower to cleanse yourself, to make yourself feel good. So now you're doing it, you're gonna make sure you wash your arms, make sure you get your back, wash your arms really, really good. Now, again, this is still a towel. As you're doing your arms, you're gonna do your arms, you let the water rinse off, go back and forth on your arms a couple times, wash your elbows, wanna get your elbows, and then you want to wash under your arms real good too. Make sure you re-lathering the towel back and forth as you're doing this. Okay, you wash them on your arms and your arms, washing your chest. Okay, wash your chest, wash your nipples off, same thing, clean your chest, clean your stomach, okay, clean your back. If you gotta go like that behind your back, swap over, go to the back, wash your back much as you can. Okay, you don't need nobody coming and wash your back for you. Wash your back a little bit if you want to. You want to be fancy, go get you one of them long little things put in the shower. But right now, it's for the broke people that ain't got that. We just want to get them to where they got to go. Okay, so now we done with this top part. You washed all that. Now if you go back and do it again, that's great. But if you don't, we still good. So okay, now what you want to do is you want to start getting this towel ready because we are finna go into the deep lands of now this towel is turning into a rag because we're not going back up. We don't want to mix face and ass. Okay, my mom taught me that you don't want to mix face and ass. So we going down. So now this is turning into a rag. So when you're going to start, you want to wash your legs first. I recommend you wash your legs first. Wash your legs. People say, yes, you're supposed to wash your legs. Okay, you wear all them different clothes and stuff like that. Wash your legs. Okay, wash your legs. Sometimes I ain't gonna say that. Just wash your legs. Okay. Now, this is my recommendation for the young men. You're gonna come back up now. You wanna wash that because it's a rag. So you can go anywhere now, this rag now, because you're at the bottom. You're at the bottom, you know. Now I don't well, you can't go anywhere. You want to go to feet. I don't know. I got me on my feet type of thing. Like feet is always last for me. Okay. So you want to pick up, everything is in there. You want to go and pick if you in the shower, you can stand your leg up. You want to really wash and clean, make sure it's really soapy. Okay. You want to go back in between your ass. Okay. And I want to take that towel. I want you to wash. Okay, really good in between all crevices and stuff. Anywhere it's a curve and you want to clean. Okay, okay, you want to wash. Okay, this is not gay. This is no homo. Okay, this is just a regular hygiene thing that you need to know. This. Okay, it's not because some people make fun of it, but it's not funny. Okay, because you walk around smelling and people they behind your back making fun of you. And the thing is, you just really didn't know how to really genuinely just like to do it, the right way, and it's okay. Cause again, it be people got he was cause I mean, sometimes a woman can't teach a man everything, but mamas can teach they can't teach hygiene. Not saying they can't, not but sometimes certain circumstances leave people in different situations. So anyway, yeah, you want to wash. Now, ladies, close your ears and mind your business. Young men. Now it's a conversation I want to have right quick before I get done. It's called the cut and uncut. If you know what that means, you know what it means. If you don't, I'm so sorry. But listen, this is a thing you have to be able to that clean um clean that area appropriately. Now if you are circumcised, you could pretty much just, a little pull, wash, back and forth with the towel, wash. If you are uncut, you want to literally if you are uncut, you have to bathe every day. Okay. I'm not gonna go through that right now, but you have to. Okay. If you're not, okay, if you're if it sits inside all in something, you have to every day. It's not a okay. Uncle and I'm just trying to be real with you. Okay. So if that's so you want to pull back any all skin and just, because it's a classic I teach on it. It's different, but it's a must. Okay, for hygiene, things like that. And then you can't wear cotton drawers neither. It's just not good. Stuff like that. But I'll go another day. But you do want to pull it back. You do want to pull that skin back and wash specifically. Okay. So when you get done with that middle area, everything is good, and you're done enough. Feel like you're assaulting yourself, but hey, it's for the better of man, okay? Better of you too, because females like, oh my god, he smells so good, okay? This one, because this, I'm saying this, why? Okay, your legs is done now, so now you want to rinse your tie back off, good. Get you some more soap, you know, I don't go back to my Irish. I don't go back to my Irish. I just, go back to my liquid and do your feet, wash in between your toes. Please wash in between your toes. It's important. Um, your nerves in your body. Your nerves start here. Your nerves end at the bottom of your feet. So you want to make sure, okay? You want to make sure if you do nothing else, you want to wash the bottom of your feet. So as you wash the bottom of your feet, wash in between your feet, you know, you don't have to go, let me tell you, y'all little girlfriends go. Sometimes go get your feet did once a month. If your girlfriend think it's gay if you get your feet did and get a pedicure, she dumb. Don't date her. Okay. Go get your feet clean, because you being especially in sports, go get your all you sometimes I've seen young men to the point where they are embarrassed to take off their socks. It is not anything funny. People are like, well, you remember, and it's like, no, because they haven't been taught feet health. You know what I'm saying? Like, foot health. You know what I'm saying? They ain't been taught foot health. So, wash your feet. There's nothing wrong with that. Wash your feet. And then if you do have like strong feet or strong skin and stuff like that on your feet, it's okay. Make sure your nails are cut. The cheapest way, not the cheapest way, go get your feet did if you can get your feet did. Or get on Groupon and get you like a pedicure. Um, a pedicure discount thing. But what you do is wash your feet. Now you wash your feet really, really good, much you can.
So then you want to rinse off. Okay, we're gonna rinse off. We good to go. Thank God we that, and that's probably took about 10, 12 minutes of your day. You're done. Get out, wipe off, dry off. You want to use keep you if you're dark skin like me, keep you a good jar of Vaseline. Keep you some cocoa butter lotion, stuff like that to keep you, and moisturize your skin. Please moisturize skin. Some of the pretty boys know, but moisturize skin, it's a good thing for you. Moisturize skin because even if you don't want to get your hair cut and you want to sit around be in your fleece all day long or your hoodie playing the game, that's fine. But people can tell that you look dirty when you online too. You know, you can tell when you say clean kid or you say dirty kid. You so deep in the game. These are things that people, they go throwing shots, they don't hurt your feelings. You know. So yeah, like but oil yourself down, moisturize, now to put your clothes on good. There you go, keep some clean drawers on. Now what you do is with your feet. When you get done moisturizing, Vaseline, elbows, and all this too. Okay. Even yeah, everywhere. Moisturize. With your feet, you're gonna put an extra coat of that grease in your hand and wipe it down. You're gonna rub your feet real good and coat it while your feet kind of damp. Coat your feet and all that good Vaseline, real good. Some good old school petroleum jelly, whatever. You got cocoa butter, good. And put on your feet, then put you some thick socks on. Especially the winter time. Doing it right now, put some good thick socks on. And if you take a shower at least every other day or every day, and you're doing it, their skin gonna start to fall off your feet. Okay, slowly but surely, it's gonna fight your feet gonna start to look better slowly. Okay, so those just habits of that I want you to do. Make sure, and like I said, wash your clothes. You don't want to if you been in your clothes 2 days, take them off. Don't go and turn your friend. Your friends ain't your friends these days. They go back and they talk bad about your ass because you ain't together, and they ain't gonna tell you the truth. So I'm just going to go over a little hygiene because I've been saying some of y'all be funky. And then after that, you take this right here. You could take the rag and you throw in dirty clothes. Or either you go and you clean your room up and you wipe it, use for a duster, and then you throw it and wash it with bleach with all the whites. That's another day. Anyway, I love you so much. I just want you to do better. I want you to be the best you can be. Be all you can be. It's not about what we can do for you, but what you can do for yourself. And it starts with you at home and the piece that is washing your ass. So I love you. Anyway, I'm gonna get offline so I can reset. But yeah, this hygiene thing. So yeah, y'all get to go back into this hygiene, okay? And the thing is, it's not people try to make it. I mean, I do shit that's funny. I ain't because I'm crazy, but at the same time, like seriously, we have to keep in contact. Like everybody ain't like you. Everybody don't come from your word. Everybody ain't. There's nothing wrong with giving people key points on how to make sure they keep themselves clean. You got to shower also when you get done. Then you put on like body oil or your cologne, and you will notice after you do that when you go somewhere, people will stop you. They be like, because your skin has now been relieved of all and it can soak in like it's a nuance, so you smell even way better. And girls like that, okay? Men love that, whoever y'all are, just general in sense, okay? And it's good for you too. You know what I'm saying? Make you feel better, especially when you're depressed. Get your ass up and take a shower. Be the best start of your day. It'll kind of at least it relieve you. You know. But anyway, that was my little spill on that. I'm gonna go and change out and do some different things. But yeah, hygiene, hygiene, hygiene. And it's a part of like loving yourself. Okay, don't come tell me uncle. Don't come tell uncle you love yourself and you ain't washing your ass like you're supposed to. Okay, we all been there, but somebody gotta say something, especially young people. So anyway, bye. I'll be back. I gotta go chop this.